guys, this is Zeke WX. So we're going to be focusing on a moderate risk that's going to happen tomorrow around Friday during spring break. So in this moderate, this will include areas of St. Louis, Missouri, Springfield, Illinois, etc. If you want to know if you could read this, all right. And now we're going to go into the enhanced risk. My bad. We're going to go into the enhanced risk for the counties and cities in it or nearby towns. Memphis, Tennessee, or if you live by them. Memphis, Tennessee, Des Moines, Iowa, Jackson, Mississippi, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Evansville, Indiana. And now we're going to go to our slight risks: Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Nashville, Tennessee, Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, and etc. Now we're going to go to our marginals, which is the least threat, so you're probably going to be safe. You're just only going to get some rain. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, New Orleans, Louisiana, Minneapolis, I don't even know at all. I forgot the state. Let me see. Which one? Okay, Cincinnati, Ohio, St. Paul. Oh, wait. I think it's Montana, right? Yeah, Montana, because I'm confused. All right, so now we're going to go into our tornado risk. As you see, we have a 10% hatched. Okay, so this should buff it up to 15%, if not 15%, 30 to 45%. So there's going to be some long track tornadoes on the ground. And those within the hatched are Memphis, my bad for stuttering. Memphis, Tennessee, St. Louis, Missouri, Jackson, Mississippi, Springfield, Illinois, and Evansville, Indiana. And the slight risk, which is 10%, you already know because I read them out loud. Whoever's in the 5% and below, Nashville, Birmingham, Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, etc., you are safe. Whoever's in that 10% and hatched, you are basically dead. Not yet, though. But that's the least thing you don't have to worry about because it's not a 15%, but they're not done forecasting it, so they will upgrade it. I don't know if they're going to upgrade it or not, but yeah, we'll find out. Now, the most we're going to have to worry about are very, very crazy. So we're basically going to get severe derechos with a 45% hatched. So if I'm very smart, that should be around a 60% and above. So derechos are going to be with winds probably around what it said. It's going to be 80 to 90 miles an hour. But I know for a fact with that hatched in place, it's going to be worse. So here are the areas under the gun for the 45% and 30%. And yeah, I already know the signature severe, which is the 15% plus, if you want to know. All right, so yeah, 10% or greater probability. Yeah, 25 miles a point. Yeah. So here are the areas that are under the gun going on the 3. Memphis, Tennessee, Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, St. Louis, Missouri, Lincoln, Nebraska, and so on. Here we go. And now we're going to go to our 45%. St. Louis, Missouri, Springfield, Illinois, whatever that is, I don't even know, I kind of forgot. Decatur, Illinois, and Champaign, whatever that is, Illinois. And then we're going to our, if you were under the 45%, by the way, you got to watch out for strong winds because those will happen probably in the day or at night. I don't know when they will fire up, but those will happen around the day or the night. And this will be posting around 9 o'clock. If you see, it's 8:46. So if not 9 o'clock, 9:30, because I'm trying to get this over with. Now here are the areas that are also under the gun, but it's not going to get it that bad. Memphis, Tennessee, Des Moines, Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Evansville, Indiana, Clarksville. Oh, they just updated it. Okay, let's look. Okay, they just updated it. The hail has they updated. So we're gonna keep going. They just updated it, as you see. So that was a little bit of a flash. My bad. They just got done updating it. They just updated it right now, as you see. So now we're going to go ahead and go back. So Memphis, Tennessee, No, where was I? And Clarksville, Tennessee, because that cut me off. The update cut me off. Now, the hail. The hail was around. The hail did not have this hatched once I looked. I saw 15%. They just upgraded the hail risk to. I saw 15%. They just got done upgrading the hail risk to a hatched and a 30%. So here are the areas that are under the gun. Memphis, Tennessee. If you're under the 15% hatch, you're gonna be fine. But if you're under the 30% hatch, you're basically not gonna be fine, because hail is gonna be like 2 inches. I'd suggest putting your car inside of a garage if you even have one. If you don't have a garage, you're gonna risk having a lot of payments for the windows. I'm not gonna lie, and a lot of repairs, unless you're in an armored vehicle like the Tiv 2, the Dominator, and etc. Now here are the areas that are under the gun. Memphis, Tennessee. St. Louis, Missouri. I'm going with the hatch because that's the most thing you got to worry about. Memphis, Tennessee. St. Louis, Missouri. Springfield, Illinois. Whatever that is, Illinois. I'm sorry, guys. And Davenport, Iowa. My bad, stutters. Don't go in the comments and just bully me, all right? Some people stutter too, all right? Now, that's a lot of Saints. Dang. This all of them is all right. Now we're going to go into our 30%. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Charles, Missouri. St. Peters, Missouri. Florissant, Missouri. Chesterfield, Missouri. I don't know if I got that right, but if those are what they are, I'm pretty glad I got that right. Now here are the areas under the 15%. If you're under the 5%, you're fine. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. So here are the areas that are under the 15%, non-hatched. Again, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Omaha, Nebraska, Birmingham, Alabama, Des Moines, Iowa. I'm not done because we're going to go on to day 3, which they probably did update. Yes, they did, because this was a lot smaller. I was in school looking at this. So here are the areas that are going to be under it. And yes, New Orleans is in a pretty bad spot if you just look. So here are the areas that are going to be under the gun for tomorrow on Saturday. Okay, and this is going to be an outbreak. We're going to have a 2 times outbreak going into Saturday and probably not going on next week, but going into Saturday. So here are the areas under the gun. Okay, New Orleans, Louisiana, Birmingham, Alabama, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Montgomery, Alabama, which is the capital. So if you're in that, it's the areas that you're in or you live right next to. All right, so if you live right next to that area, it still counts you being in it. All right. And now, and Mobile, Alabama. Okay. So now we're gonna go into our enhanced, which is only the 2 things I'll talk about. The slights and marginals, y'all don't have to worry about if you're in it. If you look in the video. Now let's get it on with. So here are the areas that are in the enhanced: Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, Columbus, Georgia, Knoxville, Tennessee, and Huntsville, Alabama. What's the worst part? Look on the probabilistic. It's gonna get really bad because this is a high risk. This is a straight up high risk for the areas that are in it, and the signature severe. So here we go. So I'm gonna play them out one by one. Nashville, Tennessee, New Orleans, Louisiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now we're gonna go on to our 45%. New Orleans, Louisiana, which is again under the gun. You are basically cooked. Birmingham, Alabama, which is again under the gun. All right. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which are cooked as well. Montgomery, Alabama, you're cooked. Mobile, Alabama, you're cooked. And now we're going to go on to our 30%. Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, Columbus, Georgia, Knoxville, Tennessee, and Huntsville, Alabama. Any of these that are in day 3 from the hatch risk on the list going down to the 30%, you're cooked. and I mean you're cooked, because that's a large area of 45%. Any nearby towns in the 45% is gonna get it today. Not today, like on Saturday, any towns in the nearby 45% is gonna get it. But right now, tomorrow, it's gonna get really bad for those who are under the 45%. But since there's a hatched area, this makes it around 60%. Not 60%. This makes it around 55%. So it's basically 5 off from 60. They might up this to 60. I don't know. All right, because this looks like it could get up to 60. The way it looks like it could be up to 60. They haven't changed the tornado risk, so basically, this is a 10%. This is basically going to be above a 15%, but near a 30%. So this is basically certified 20%, whoever's in the hatch 10% area. Thank you for watching, but we're going to go back to day 1. Day 1's not that bad, okay? You're not going to get anything. All right? Then day 2 is where it all begins. So I'd pack your things. If you do have enough money, make sure you put Lexan windows. All right, make sure you put Lexan windows. I know it's gonna be pretty bad, but make sure you put Lexan on your car so it could be protected from all the hail hitting it, and a roll cage. If you have enough money, though, I'm not really begging you just to spend. I'm just saying, I don't beg for people to spend enough. I don't beg people to spend money. I'm just saying, like, let me see the hail risk. So 30%. So this is around 30%. So plus 10, which is the hatched area. So you're basically gonna get around 40%. Unless this was already a 45%, it will be already a 50%. So it's going to get really bad for people that are under that 30%, because you're going to get around 1 inch. So here it is. So 1 inch diameter within 25 miles of a point will happen around this area and this area. The 30%, which is the heart, and the skeleton, which is, and the skin and skeleton, which is going to be that hatched. Thank you for watching. See y'all again soon. Peace.